Hello and welcome to Range and Country. I'm Lawrence.
And I'm Peter.
And today we're giving you a little follow-up video to our first impressions of the new Daystate Alpha Wolf. So we've got it down here, down the range. We're having a go with it. We've got a scope on it, we've got some pellets in it. We're getting to actually have a go with it today. I know you had this and a few of the other Daystates down here. As a little day for the members to have a go and give their feedback on all the different Daystate rifles.
Yeah, we got some genuine feedback from everybody. Some gelled with it, some not so much. Some were more traditional and instantly fell in love with the Revere, which fine. You know, horses for courses. Yeah.
It's not for everyone.
No.
That's why obviously all manufacturers offer different styles.
Now yesterday we had this equipped with an MTC SWAT, didn't we? The 12x50, and I see we swapped it out to the Viper Pro today.
Yep.
Why is that?
Well, neither of us were particularly happy. None of us particularly comfortable with the prismatic. For me personally, it felt very far back. I felt that the weight balance didn't seem very nice on the range when we were down here. It felt a bit wavy in the shoulder. And for me, I find that a sort of standard scope feels a lot more stable down the range here.
I think for me, a bit older, eyes are a bit poorer. I think the magnification of the proper scope, being able to zoom it in a bit more, I think that made the difference for me. Yeah.
Well, this one goes up to 18.
Yeah.
That was on 12. So yeah.
I think the most important thing is being able to zoom in and see where your pellets have gone when you're shooting at distance. You know, between sort of 30 and 60. That makes a big difference. But I think most people loved the gun yesterday, didn't they?
They did. Yeah.
I know. I had a few shots yesterday with it. I zeroed it with the SWAT scope. But we've had some proper time to ourselves today, with nobody else about to enjoy it on its own.
Okay then, so what sort of feedback did we get from all the members yesterday?
Well, we had some quite interesting comments yesterday, because we had this and the Delta Wolf side by side. On the Delta Wolf we had the 10x30 SWAT, and on this we had the 12x50. Even though they are very, very similar guns, they shot and they handled extremely differently, didn't they? Yeah. And I think that was, you know, that was the feedback that we were getting from people. Now, interestingly, while we're talking about having the Delta out yesterday, the Delta that we had a left-handed cocking handle on it.
The cocking handle was on the left-hand side.
It was.
It's not a left-handed. It's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but for me, as a right-handed shooter, shooting that Delta Wolf yesterday, that was just right.
You think?
That was perfect for me.
Do you think so?
Rather than this having to take your hand away from the trigger, off the pistol grip, to cock it, to be able to just with the left hand, that was perfect for me. If this was mine, I'd be swapping that over to the left-hand side. That's
quite interesting because I'm the complete opposite. When I'm in the shooting position, my left hand is way over here.
Okay.
And on this rifle in particular, I can just use one finger, hook it behind there.
Okay.
And recock it that way.
I found myself using my hand underneath the butt, underneath the pistol grip, yeah. And it was just easier to just bring it up and reload it that way. Very nice to be able to have the choice, to be able to flick it one side to the other. Other feedback that we had, some people weren't ever so keen on the bullpup style, the tactical side of the rifle, and when they went to a Revere or a Wolverine, completely different.
More sort of standard traditional rifle style.
Yeah, that's more down. It's not a slur on the rifle at all. That's just personal choice. Yeah. A lot of people did love it. They really did. The balance. I noted some people sat and shot magazine after magazine through it, and we were just happy to, you know, that they were enjoying it. Everybody tried every gun, I think, didn't they?
Yeah. Magazine after magazine. So how many shots would you say they had?
I didn't watch.
No,
I walked away and made a cup of tea, I think.
Well, it's got about 160 bar left, so it's used about 40 bar. So it's roughly half of its shot count.
Okay. So that was out here all day yesterday. we left a full tin of pellets with it. I zeroed it and had a play with it. Yeah, it's had plenty of shots through it. And we've still got plenty of air in it. Now, one thing people were asking, because the early Delta Wolves were a strange thread on the moderator, weren't they?
They were, yeah. When they first came out, they were an M20x1 thread on the front here. Unlike everything else available on the market, which is half-inch UNF.
Now, Deltas did change it later on, didn't they? And the more recent ones, they came out with half 20. And this is half 20, isn't it?
Yeah.
So a standard half 20 moderator will fit.
Yeah.
So it's just the 0 dB that we have here.
Thankfully they've standardised.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing that we had a left-handed shooter shooting it yesterday, and I flipped the display for him.
Okay.
And he was enamoured with that. He really was. He was.
Because we mentioned that in the video from the other day, the first impressions video.
We did. But as he said, left-handed shooters get pushed to the back and get forgotten about, and they don't tend to have, things thought about them and made for them, and that was just superb. So, what else came in handy with it? What about the bubble level on the rail?
I'll be honest, forgot it was there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're on the range.
Yeah.
We're not hunting. It doesn't matter if we particularly miss a spinner at 40 yards or so, because we're canting the gun slightly. But if you're hunting, then when you're here, I can just have a look at it, and I know exactly where I need to hold the rifle to be able to make sure I'm not tilting it, not canting it, so I know where my pellet's going.
So, we had a few people asking yesterday if we thought this was designed primarily as a range gun or a hunting gun. And I don't know. I can't decide. I think it'd be superb as either. I mean, we've had a fantastic shoot with this today, haven't we? Mm-hmm. You've been shooting dandelions even.
Yeah.
And yeah. So, I can see the merits of it in the hunting environment, walking through the woods. Very short, compact, very manoeuvrable, but also on the range you've got a massive shot count, you've got a supremely balanced rifle.
Brilliant trigger.
Superb trigger. The electronic trigger is probably one of the best features of the electronic system, for me anyway. I think for me, Lawrence, to summarise this rifle, in short, I think this is just a point and shoot, and it's everything I've aimed at, I've hit today.
Yeah.
It's really surprised me. I love the Red Wolf. I love all the Daystate range, but I think it's so pointable.
It surprised me as well, because you usually can't hit anything you aim at.
Very good. I don't know what to say after that. Pot, kettle. Well, that's all from us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next video.
See you next time.